gosh, I can't scream because there's neighbours. But oh my gosh, I am so excited to do this video. How are you doing? Thank you so much for watching, and let's get started. I am very excited, so just bear with as I get it all out. And I am done. So in this video we will be talking everything dresses. Now I was so excited to look for my wedding dress. I have actually already purchased it, but I was so excited. But rewind to before I actually got the dress. The decisions were too much. I couldn't handle it. It was like overload. There were so many ones that I loved, so many designs that I thought I would like, and then when I tried it on I was like, oh, actually it doesn't really suit me. And then there were things that I was like, I don't really like that, but then I tried it on and it was like, oh, okay, it suits me. So you never know. I would always recommend, do not shop online. You need to go to an actual store, a few stores. I'd actually go to 5. I went to 7, but that was just excessive. I was just being so overly excited. So I would always recommend going to at least 5. You can go to 7, but I'd say 5 minimum, literally, because after a while they start getting a bit sameish in the shops. But 5 different shops I think is pretty reasonable. I mean, there's a nice variety of things, but before that you kind of need to, well, you don't need to, but I would try and go there with a style in mind, so you're not just going out the back. Do you know what? Scrap that, because I went there and I had no style in mind at all, and I still found the one that I love. And to be honest, I don't even think I would have picked that one if I was just looking at the styles online. So scrap everything I just said. You don't need to have a style in mind, but I'm going to go through a few styles just to give you an idea of what the styles actually look like, what they are, and what they're actually called. The first one is called A-line. So this is called an A-line dress, and when we say A-line we kind of mean it goes from the waist and then it goes like that, so it's in the shape of an A, basically. So here's a few pictures of what an A-line dress looks like. Now I love an A-line dress because it just screams to me bride. You know, it's not too boofy and it's not too not boofy, if that's a word, but either way I love them, and I think this works great with an hourglass shape figure. I think they said another figure as well, but again I'm gonna put pictures at the end of the body shape. The best dresses go with the best body shape, if that makes sense. Now my body shape is an hourglass because my waist is really tiny, thank heavens, and my hips go out quite a bit, so I am definitely an hourglass shape. So if you are an hourglass shape, I hate to say this, but there are so many dresses that you just can't go wrong. If you're, say, a pair, you might have a little more limited, and if you're, I don't know what the straight one's called, but if you're a straighter, then again you would go for something that can make you look like you've got an hourglass figure, so you've got a smaller waist and stuff. But you know what, each to their own. Like I said, I will put a picture so you can see which body shape suits which dress best, if that makes sense. So yeah, those are the A-line dresses. Okay, so the next style, which is the most obvious, and I think a lot of people, when you think of a wedding, you think of this style of dress, is ball gown. Now I'm talking ball gown, Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, all the Disney princesses. So this is such a Disney princess kind of style dress. These are the ball gown dresses. They are absolutely stunning, but it's a bit too much dress for me. Like, I don't want to be knocking people out on the dance floor. I don't want to be saying excuse me. In fact, I'm the bride, I wouldn't have to say excuse me. People would just go out the way. But yes, this is too much dress for me, but it's absolutely stunning. Now this is a proper princess dress. I love. The next one is Fishtail, a fishtail style dress. This is the dress that my mum really wanted me to pick, but don't get me wrong, fishtails are absolutely stunning. The detail is amazing. Like, they make you look so hourglass figured, like the shape is just pucker. But I tried one on and I just felt so uncomfortable. Like, my knees were knocking. They only look really good when they actually are skin tight, I think anyway. I mean, you could have them baggy, but they wouldn't really give the same effect that you're trying to go for. So when they're skin tight, I need to be able to move around. I want to be able to breathe a bit. I want to skank out and dance, but I can't because my knees are knocking and I can't shake my legs properly. So you can't really twerk in it either, so I don't know. But either way, it's such a beautiful, beautiful design. Again, this dress will go lovely, absolutely stunning with an hourglass. Yeah, fishtail, absolutely pucker. This next one, I didn't even know was a thing, but now I think about it, it's obvious, isn't it, really? I mean, you can get so many dresses handmade, you can design your own dress. It doesn't actually have to be a common theme, but I did not even realise this one. This one is 50s style dresses. Now, as you can see from the pictures, you can see that the 50s style is cut above the ankles, so there's a bit of anklage there. You know, in the old days when they were like, oh, we can't show legs, and if you show ankles, then apparently you're a prostitute. But you know, we don't know that. Well, we do know that it was not the case, but you know, it's a man's world. What can you do? You can't show your ankles, you know. So this is such a retro kind of 50s. I can imagine like those short fringes, bows in the hair. I don't know, like it reminds me of Grease. Do you remember the movie Grease? Of course you do. Everyone remembers Grease. It's one of my favourite movies ever. We go together like chimmy jimmy jimmy, bimba bing up, together forever like shoo up bimba bimba. Anyway, another style is a jumpsuit dress. Now, I didn't know this was common practice until my cousin got married, and she came out. She didn't show me a dress or anything, but she wanted it to be a surprise to everyone. So she came out and it was a dress. It was trousers and a dress over it, and I was like, oh, that looks so nice. I would never have thought of that. It's very, very different, very out there. I love it. So these are a few jumpsuit dresses. As you can see, they come in different styles. So you can have the trouser and the trail of dress behind, or you can just simply have the trousers and like a boob tube kind of guitar. Oh, they look really, really nice. It's a bit too out there for me. And because my cousin's already done it, I can't really do that again. I don't want to be a shadower, a sheep, a copycat. So I didn't go for the jumpsuit dress, but again, the jumpsuit dress is banging. So nice, so nice. Again, another one that I did not really think of until I watched Married at First Sight Australia, and I seen that one of the girls had a two-piece. It's a two-piece dress. So the two-piece dress, I can't lie, I absolutely love this, and I was so drawn to this. This was my second favourite, with Aline being the favourite, and then this was my second favourite because you can make the top like a crop toppy, and then the dress, look at these actually, and then I can talk through them. Okay, so these are the dresses. These are two-piece dresses. So see, you can make a kind of crop toppy top and then just the skirt. I love that. It's so different, but it still looks very, very bride, you know. It still looks bridal. We can also have a few of these two pieces that look absolutely stunning, like the detail is just so nice. Even some dresses don't even look like a two-piece because they could be like a leotard, and then you put the dress on the skirt, sorry, on top of it to make it a two-piece, even though it's still a dress really. But either way, it looks gorgeous, don't you agree? All in all, you have to pick a style that, one, you're most comfortable with, two, that you think suits you the best, and three, the most obvious, that you absolutely love. Like when you see a dress and you say, oh, that's the one. You will know straight away. You might be torn a little bit like I was torn between 3 dresses, but all in all I was thinking, it's that one. You know, you could pick names out of a hat, but remember, this is such a big decision. I kind of made it an even bigger decision for me because I want it to be a timeless kind of dress. I want to be able to pass it down to my children, or even take snippets out of the material and make a blanket. I want to keep the dress, like I'm not reselling it, it's kept, like, so I want it to be as timeless as possible. I wanted it to also be timeless because of the pictures. I want the pictures to look like I could have got married yesterday and it's 2044, you know. So I wanted it to be as timeless as possible, and with weddings I think a lot of the dresses anyway are beautiful and timeless. But if you start going down the road where this is the 2022 style collection, you're never going to see it again, and then you've got to take into your consideration, do you want your pictures to look timeless? Do you want your dress to be timeless? So whatever you love. It's all about you. Don't even take anyone else's consideration. Take their input, because I took a lot of input from my older sister, which she made some very good points with regard to netting dresses, and she was like, that doesn't suit you. But do you know what, you have to go along to these shops with someone that you absolutely trust, and someone that you know will not lie to you, and someone you know will not want you to look like an idiot on the day, basically. So that's why I brought my older sister, because she has no filter. She is the one I go to when I want honest feedback. I know a lot of people say don't go to family, they're biased. She's not biased. She will tell me straight. She doesn't want me to look like an idiot. So I show her designs, she'll say no or yes. I show her dresses. I don't always take her opinion on board, but I find her opinion very, very constructive. I love to take her feedback on board, and then I'm like, okay, yeah. It's just basically another set of eyes. And she, again, like I said, she's so honest and so to the point. I could have ended up with the rubbishest dress that wasn't practical at all, but instead she was like, no, you can't have that one because this and this. You could have that one, but this and this. This one is beautiful. Have this one, this and this. I've never ever been married before, so I did not know this, but I'm gonna give you a little advice, because I feel like a lot of people, or maybe I'm just being naive. I felt a lot of people wouldn't know this, but obviously maybe I could just be being naive. But I know there's other people out there that are naive just like me, so I just wanted to give you this little tip. When it comes to a wedding dress, please try and get to the shops at least 12 months before you get married. I say this because when I went 7 or 8 months before, and then it weren't until my other half's family were like, oh my gosh, you haven't got a dress yet, you haven't been to a wedding shop yet, you haven't tried anything. I was like, am I meant to? And then I went to the wedding dress shops, and the lady actually said, okay, this is a tight schedule. And I was like, oh, but we've got 7-8 months. And she was like, yeah, but when you order the dresses, they can take up to 6 months to come in. I did not know this. I thought the dresses were all there and they made them in store. Again, being very naive of me. So I would definitely recommend that you try and go to a wedding dress shop way in advance. Do you remember I said that a venue and setting the date is some of the most important things to decide on? The dress is also important. The groom's suit is not, it's important obviously, but it's not so important that you have to book it in advance, because they work differently. Tailors work differently to wedding dresses that are coming from Italy, Spain. Do you know what I mean? So you have to really take that into consideration, and please visit dress shops as soon as you get engaged. That's what I'd say. And then decide on a style, and then you can just go from there, because you also have to realize that you need to get the fittings in. So my dress needs to be altered just slightly. Now I'm going to do my alterations obviously nearer the time, because I'm not going to slim down for a dress, I'm not going to gain weight for a dress, I'm gonna eat normally. I'll do a bit of exercise on the weekends maybe. I'm not an exercisey person, but either way I want the dress to fit me. I don't want to fit the dress. No, I don't work like that. So I would recommend doing fittings 3 times. So the first time will be once you've obviously got the dress, I'd say like 8 weeks later, and then the second one will be just 4 months before the wedding, and then the last one I would say 4 to 8 weeks before the wedding. The last one is going to be the most important one, because in 4 weeks you're not really going to change that much unless you go drastic at the gym or drastic on the donuts. You're not really going to change that much. But I say this to book 3. I didn't book 3, I booked 1. So I don't even know why I'm giving you this advice, but obviously everyone's different. I booked 1 fit-in and tailoring, sorry, because again I told you it only needs slight alterations, and I would rather get those alterations done nearer the time. So my alterations will be done 8 weeks before the wedding, and then I'll probably pop back in 2 weeks before just to double check everything. But yeah, there we have it. Please get your dress shops in your schedule on top. That should be one of your top 5. Boom. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. You've been amazing. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please, you know what to do. Like, subscribe and like. Thank you so much. Have a gorgeous day. Speak soon. Bye.